Standing up, standing tall.
Yeah, I figure like why sit down? You know, this is like mindset talk doesn't need to be just sitting down talk.
No, you don't take life sitting
Gotta,
down, you take it standing up.
no, you got to get your mind right.
Exactly. Okay, let me see. I'm checking the page. Okay. It looks, I'm gonna guess we're live because I see Julie already saying, "Hey, good evening, rock stars." What's up, Julie?
Hey, Julie, what's going on? I'm about to go live in the group as well too. Bear with me just a second.
Awesome. We've got Jimmy. Jimmy's on every week too. I love seeing the familiar faces on here because you know these people are consistent.
Yeah, consistency is the key.
Exactly. And if you're showing up every Monday night and you're putting the stuff we do into action, then there's no reason why you can't be successful.
I think we're live in the group too.
Awesome. Sarah sees us too. Awesome. Hey, Sarah. Okay. We're live in the group.
And you guys be sure to say hello in the group, obviously within our live within Google Hangouts as well too, and just stay interactive with us. We love that. It makes it fun for us.
There we go. Yep, we are live in the group. Awesome. So hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Monday. You know, I know Bill and I are having a fun day. Bill is excited for his training tonight. He's going to be talking about something that's really major, I think, that a lot of people miss in their business. And it's one of those things that if you don't have in place, which he'll touch on, it's something that could make or break you, really. It's not something that a lot of people train on, a lot of people spend time on until somebody tells you to do it. So we're here to tell you what that is. Bill's actually going to roll into what I'm talking about if you guys are totally confused. But if you have any idea, if you saw the emails or the little blurbs that went out, then you kind of have an idea about what we're covering tonight. But if you're brand new on the call, you have no clue what we're talking about, welcome, first of all. And then Bill is going to give us an amazing training and share some really good information that people miss a lot on. I see you're over there. You're excited. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So welcome Monday night, live in full effect as usual. So, all right, now with myself, obviously, you know, we got a lot of other coaches that are just beasts within the technical side of things. That's not necessarily my forte too much. So my thing is connection. My thing is really honing in on mindset, really focusing on the things that are going to allow you to move forward, not from a technical standpoint, but from a up top standpoint. Okay. So I spent yesterday like hours just watching some of the best innovators in this business world in our era, and even before, but like, you know, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, P. Diddy, Dre, Justin Timberlake. I watched a lot of Pharrell, a lot of music people, Jordan, Kobe, all these people, and I'm watching what it is that they're doing to create success in their life. Like, what is it exactly that they're trying to do that's going to allow them to enable success? Okay. And as I'm going through this stuff, everybody is pretty much like doing the same things, very similar to one another. And so I put together my own list of like my top 10 ways to create success in your life. Okay. And then be sure to stay tuned all the way to the end, because I want you to stick around for a few bonus tips that I put together, and then also an exercise that's going to activate the art of manifestation and allow the law of attraction to come into full effect. Don't think for 1 second that you can just think up something and then all of a sudden it's just gonna magically appear. That's
not how it works.
No, Julie. That's not how it works. So no, you got to put in work. So I'm gonna go into first. I haven't really introduced myself fully to you guys before, so I want to kind of go into my story just a little bit, so you can know a little bit of my path through this industry, and knowing that I'm just like a lot of you guys have started from not knowing a thing about the online industry whatsoever. You know, this was not my background at all. I grew up an athlete, playing sports from 5 years old, football, basketball, track, year round. Was a good athlete, focused on those things. I was taught to be the best. You know, like that's what my dad taught me to do, was just like, whatever you're going to put your focus on, whatever that may be. And they let me be free. They let me, I was kind of led in the paths of obviously what I was good at, I guess, that they kind of thought was the best path for me. But that's also growing up. That's also going into a lot of the points that I'm going to touch on, is like a lot of things that are ingrained in our heads start from a younger age, and it's hard for us to break these barriers, So as I'm going through life and just like enjoying my childhood and really enjoying my everything that's going on, and just, working hard, trying to be the best at my craft, training hard, trying to be good in school, trying to do my thing, but also making a lot of stupid decisions throughout my way too. Like, I grew up fast. I started doing dumb shit early, and it although I kept my P's and Q's on point, at the same time I did a lot of things that hindered a lot of things in my life as well too. For example, going into college and really being recruited by all the top schools in the nation, I made a stupid decision, and some things happened that didn't allow me to get any of the offers that I was getting, like full rides to numerous different schools. And I just made a dumbass decision that hindered that. It sent me in a different direction. I got into college, started like playing ball. Mind you, I was born with some crazy autoimmune disease that messes with my lower lumbar. So long story short, as I'm playing like on the college level, Division I level, everybody's fast, everybody's stronger, everybody hits harder. There's no such thing as an average athlete. So I couldn't really hang, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? My pain levels were extremely high. But aside from that, I guess my point going into this is the fact that I finally got to be on my own. I finally got to be Bill Thompson and figure out who the hell I was. Of course, yeah, I was an athlete. That was a given. That was what I did all my life. But who was I? You know what I mean? What was it that was going to really light my soul up and ignite me? You know what I mean? So it took me a while to build up the courage to let go of playing ball. So I did. They took my scholarship. I couldn't afford to go to school there, nor did I want to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars and get into debt. You hear Dave talk about that all the time, about getting into school debt, and just and that's like the one debt that you get that is not forgiven, which is absolutely crazy. I didn't want any part of that. So I was also lost at that time. Didn't know what the hell I was going to do, how I was going to do it, when I was going to do it, where I was going to go. I was all over the place. I got into modeling. Wasn't anything I was passionate about. I just thought I could make some money from it. So I did that, made a little bit of money, partied, did a bunch of stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And it just, it put me in a dark path, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I mean? So as I'm trying to figure things out, I'm working I'm managing gyms and 4 or 5 different gyms across the states, and just kind of bouncing around from place to place, and still trying to figure out what exactly it is that I wanted in life. Okay, so I'm still lost. I'm going through the everyday, just monotony, just basic, normal, wake up in the morning, go to work, do the same thing, come home, eat, go to sleep, wake up. It was killing me, absolutely killing me. So I get into thinking that my answer was going to be opening my own fitness center, owning my own, calling it my own. And all I was doing was essentially just giving myself an extra 20 hours a week, and then just having something that I called my own. You know what I mean? So I was just trapping myself within a business, within my own business, and losing all passion for the industry. Opened my own facility, started to ignite my passion again. Had a terrible partnership, and it ended up just going south. I lost everything, lost all my money, everything I had to my name, which wasn't too much at that time, but literally put me thousands upon thousands of dollars in debt with the bank, thousands upon thousands of dollars in debt within myself, and thousands upon thousands of dollars of debt in just emotion, just time and energy, and just so much, just what I thought was wasted at the time. But what it did was open up other just avenues of wanting to know more. I randomly came across of just, again, setting limitations on yourself doesn't allow you to open these doors that we have opportunities to, So I was very closed off to everything that was coming around to me because I was just tunnel vision on what I had to do or what I thought I had to do with my life without making a shift or without making a change. So with that being said, when I started to make that shift, all of a sudden people started coming into my life that were, in higher positions than me, in better places than me, in places that I want to be in, and having success that I wanted to have. And I'm opening myself to opportunity that I may not be prepared for, but I'm just doing it, you know what I mean? And I'm just making it happen, and I'm just going after it. So I'm starting to taste the online world, and I'm trying to do this all by myself, having no success whatsoever and spending all this money and making a little bit of money. So there was like a no balance. I'm spending a lot and I'm making a little, I'm losing, you know what I mean? So it wasn't until I found one, I'd been following Dave for years before I even met Dave on YouTube. And I was just drawn to his energy and his passion and his drive to just be the best, you know what I mean? And that's awesome. That's fucking exactly what I want, is to just be the absolute best in everything that I touch. And everybody that I speak with, from a coaching perspective, from a consulting perspective, whatever the case may be, anybody in my life, relationships, whatever, I want you to be the best at your craft. I want you to be, everybody's got this greatness and talent within them that is just meant to be on just blast at all times. You're meant to be on fire at all times. We're supposed to live within our passion. And when you figure out how to live within your passion, when you figure out how to stay there, that's living. That's living right there. That's like the best place to ever be. But you have to learn how to monetize that. That's obviously where the high ticket business model comes into place. When I started finally realizing how to execute high ticket and really how to go all in, how to just fully commit to going all in. You know what I mean? Like that's a hard decision to make. It's a very hard decision to make to when you're like scared to like with me, with my position, I just lost a ton of money. For me to put in anything anywhere else was just like, I didn't want to do it. So I had to figure things out. So I tightened up. I honed in on my craft. I focused on the things that I wanted. I was driven and determined to make these things happen no matter what. No matter what. My son was on the way at the time. You know what I mean? It's a couple of years back when I really started focusing hardcore on this and like really started like saying, this is what I need to change my life. This is what I want to change my life. And this is what I'm going to do to change my life. I know that if all these other people are out here making all this money, creating all this freedom and all this passion within their life, why the hell can't I do it? So I did it. I created this. I did this. You can do the exact same thing. Every single one of you watching this video, if you're not watching it now and you come and watch the replay, keep watching this and let this get into your head, because you can create this same success. Please create better success than myself. Do the best. Now, I'm going to get off of my story. I fast forwarded a lot. I didn't want to go into deep depth, but my point was that this was not my background. I had to figure out what the hell I wanted to do to create a different lane in my life that was going to allow complete passion and freedom and independence. Complete independence. That is the absolute goal for everybody, you know, and we have the ability to do that. We have the ability to have complete independence. We do not have to punch a clock. We do not have to get trapped in the rat race. We do not have to do anything that we do not want to do. You just have to be strategically decisive on the moves that you make. You know, you got to think about these things before you make these decisions. Okay. So now, all right, I'm 15 minutes in of just rambling on this. So now I want to go into the top 10 ways of what I've put together out of everybody that I watched over the weekend, you know, my top 10 ways to create success in your life. Okay. So the first thing is there's no such thing as impossible. There's no such thing as impossible. So you have to allow yourself to fully believe in exactly what you want, and think as broad and as wide, and set your goals as high as you possibly can set them. Don't let somebody tell you to be fucking realistic. Don't let somebody to tell you to be safe. Don't let somebody tell you to do anything other than supporting you and backing you up in your moves that you make. And you'll be surprised with how many people do not back you up when you're stepping way outside of the norm, when you're stepping way outside of your comfort zone, which typically is the normal comfort zone for all Americans outside of the States, any human beings. It doesn't matter. These things are natural feelings that people have. And for you guys to be here watching this tonight, for you guys to be a part of Legendary Marketer, whether you are or aren't a part of Legendary Marketer, you're here, you're watching this, and that says something different, that you're different than anybody else out here. You want to be the best version of yourself. So believe that the most amazing dreams that you have, when you go to sleep at night and you wake up just pepped up because you had the best dream in the world, that's what you deserve to live in. Understand that is real, and understand that we can take the proper steps to create our dream life. Okay, so the next thing is, and this was, I think, from Steve Jobs, was stay hungry and stay foolish. Okay, stay hungry meaning do not take a day off. There is no such thing as days off. Even on Sundays when you're kicking your feet up and you're relaxing and you're taking the time to be able to really embrace everything that came in from the week, never take a day off. Always be moving forward. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. Always remember that. Move forward in life. Doesn't have to be big leaps and bounds of things every day, but baby steps, progress, forward progress every day. Every day, okay? Now, stay foolish, meaning, again, kind of back to just believing in the impossible. Be foolish. Be different than everybody else. Think about things differently than everybody else. Think outside of the box. The box is fucking boring. The box is you do not want to be inside a box. That's not fun. That's not cool. That's not where the money's at. That's not where the freedom's at. That's not where the beaches are. That's not where your passion is. It's not inside a box. You know what I mean? So that is the most important thing to understand, that is we have the ability to just allow our minds to manifest the things that we truly want. You know what I mean? Okay, so I think I touched on this a few minutes ago. I mentioned it just a second ago. Was don't get stuck in the rat race. We have to do things in life. I understand that you can't just quit your job and just say, you know what? I'm working online. Fuck it, I quit. I'm out of here. I'm done. You can't do that. You got to be smart about things. You got to be strategic about things, but don't get stuck in the rat race. Don't get stuck in what society trains us to think about. Don't get stuck in what the we're kind of taught as kids growing up. Don't get stuck in, as in the curriculum in the school systems. They don't teach you how to take risks. They don't teach you how to be entrepreneurs. They don't teach you how to do these things that are going to allow you to flourish in your life. I take that back. I don't want to downplay school, because I think schooling and education is a great thing. But again, it's all back to strategy. You know what I mean? You can't get stuck in these things. You have to think about your moves. If you got to do the certain things that you got to do to allow you to keep money flowing in while you're building this business, and while you're learning your online specialties, while you're learning your craft, while you're learning your talents, and while you're exploring these talents and applying these talents, all of a sudden, slowly but surely, things happen. Most of the time, people quit right before they have a breakthrough. They quit. They don't even know they're about to have a breakthrough, and they just fucking quit. Rather than staying hardcore on top of exactly what they want, not giving up on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe you're doing some things in the morning, you're going to punch a clock, or you're going to work a job that you might hate, but you have to understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and understand that light can get closer and closer and closer by the day if you allow it to, you know. So just don't get stuck in that rat race. Don't get lost in the day, kind of like where I was within the gym. Like I was kind of stuck for a long time when I was managing these gyms. I had so much on my plate, and then I maxed out on how much money I could make, which was ridiculous. I didn't understand what the word scalability meant until I got into a top tier business model, you know, until you could really maximize your profits and maximize your potential and maximize your gains. Like, it's crazy. Excuse me. So that's just, you know, understand that you don't have to be stuck in what you're doing. Understand that what's going on in your life today does not have to be or dictate what comes tomorrow. You know, you have control to make these decisions on exactly what you want, you know. So don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. All right. Now, the next thing is and this is super key. This is like one of my favorites right here. And I think Tony Robbins said this: if you want to be a millionaire, do what millionaires do. You know what I mean? I try to do the things that Dave does. You know, I try to do the things when I watch Tony Robbins on video. I try to mock some of the things that he does. I try to, you know, listen really tough to Bob Proctor and Wayne Dyer and these people that are just like really just in tune with what's inside here. You know what I mean? All these people are successful financially, but that's never any of these people's focus. You know, it's not about the money. It's not about any of that. So when you model these people that are already in the places of success that you want, when you put yourself in these and surround yourself with these type of everything is moving off of frequency and energies. You know what I mean? So when you put yourself around these people that are just like on top of their shit, you're naturally going to be on top of yours, no matter what. That's just how it's going to work. And if you're around BS, and if you're around people that are out, you know, partying on Taco Tuesday and what is it, Wet and Wild Wednesday and Thirsty Thursday and Freaky Friday, and then by the weekend or go, you know, you're broke. You know what I mean? You don't want to. You want to be around the people that are going to pick you up. You want to be around the people that are better than you. You want to be around the people that are going to allow you to flourish in your life. That's the biggest key that you could ever take from people that are just kind of steps above you, is that, you know, if you surround yourself with these people, naturally you're going to take the traits from them and allow to kind of create them within your own lane, you know. So, and then that kind of leads into the next tip is be confident, stand tall. You know what I mean? Have a posture about yourself that allows people to feel a sense of authority. You know, you don't have to be a sergeant or, you know, directing people or dictating what people do, but you know, even if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, be confident with what you're saying. Be confident with your tone of voice. Be confident with your body language, with your eye contact. You know, look directly into, if you're shooting a video, look into the camera. You know, if you're speaking with somebody, look them in their eyes. When you shake somebody's hand, give them a firm handshake. You know what I mean? And these things are you know, create a sense of presence. You know, you want to have a presence about you. If you don't have a presence about you, people are going to walk all over you, period. You know, and if people are walking all over you, you damn sure ain't going to have any success in business. Business is hard. Being an entrepreneur is fucking hard. This is a hard life to live. But if you want to have the life that you really truly want, and the things that you really desire out of your life, then sometimes you got to make sacrifices that maybe you don't really want to do right now. Maybe you're spending late nights and early mornings, you know, because you're working a job, or maybe you got, you know, kids at home, or you know, whatever the case is, you know, you got so much going on in your life, but you're sacrificing what the hell you need to do to create this space, which essentially is freedom, you know? So being confident with your steps, being confident in your moves, and standing tall with your stance and your speech and everything that comes from you, people respond to that, you know? So allow that to flow naturally, and don't be scared of your confidence. You know, everybody has that's a choice. The confidence is a choice. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's harder than others. You know, we're our own worst critic. So you know, I understand that sometimes when things aren't going the best in our lives, it's hard to be confident. But again, you know, it's a mindset. It's all comes back to up here. It all comes back to up top. What's up top? What are you creating up here? What you see up top is what you're going to see in your reality, you know? So leading into my next step is going to be, you know, find your passion, you know, discover your greatness, discover your own personal treasure within. You know, find that passion, find that why, find that thing that's bigger than you. Then when you get out of bed in the morning, you know that if you don't get on top of your shit and do your thing, that somebody is going to be affected in your world. If somebody's going to be affected in your world, then you know you're going to get up and do what you got to do to be successful. I know I am. I got my wife and my son that depends on me. And if I don't do what the hell I got to do, we don't have what we need to have the life that we want to live. And we're simple people. We're not out here buying a bunch of toys and stuff. We like experiences. We like to travel. We like to spend months of time in Bali, on the other side of the world. And it's okay because it's a 12-hour time difference. So I can still work with my people in the United States. Easy, no problem. You know what I mean? This is the type of freedom that this can provide for you, and allowing yourself to figure out what you're passionate about, allowing yourself to figure out what you really set your soul on fire and the things that you're good at, then hone in on those things and allow those things to be what sets you apart. You know, be different, be different. It's not okay to be typical. It's not okay to be average. It's not okay to be normal. Who wants to be normal? That's not fun. That's not, that doesn't get you ahead. Normal is just is comfortable. You know what I mean? When people talk to me and I'm going through some coaching and stuff or consulting, they're just like, well, you know, I just want to be comfortable. I make them dig deeper than that, because it's not just about being comfortable. It's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that, you know? So find the things that's really going to set you apart, you know, and really going to light you up inside. That's what this is about. You know what I mean? That's what this business is about to you guys. It's like, what really lights you up, you know, because this allows you to be there. This business allows you to be there. This business allows you to teach, because on the technical side of things, yeah, it's marketing and advertising. We have digital courses and we have these bomb live events, these amazing events for you guys. But on the flip, you know, like on the metaphorical side of things, I guess you could say, is that we sell freedom. That's what we have here. You know what I mean? So find these things that really allow yourself, in your eyes, to be free, whatever your freedom is. Everybody's definition of rich is different. That's extremely relative. So whatever it is that allows you to be free, that's where you need to develop your business from. You know, and that's because that's where your passion is going to come from. That's what your customer is going to see from you. That's what the people around you are going to see and feel. Again, back to energy and frequencies. You know, people are going to feel that and be attracted to certain things. You know, so you got to give that off. You know, so now this one's pretty cool too. This is something. Oh, sorry, I pulled my headphones out. So can you guys hear me, Julie? You good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so this one's really cool because this is something that like kind of brings you back to childhood, even back to like the first thing that I talked about is like, you know, nothing is impossible. Like, discipline your imagination, you know, like allow yourself to to really think about the things that you want. Like imagine, really fully imagine, close your eyes and think about the things that you want. Be vivid, be descriptive, paint pictures, because we don't really like things don't set us off within from like reading or text and stuff like that. We thrive off of pictures, of imagery. When we close our eyes, we're not seeing words, we're seeing pictures. You know what I mean? So think about these things, you know, let your mind, like everything starts up here. That's what you guys got to understand. Like I can't stress to you how important it is to understand that your imagination and believing in the impossible and the belief that anything can be done, as long as you just go all into your life, and as long as you just go all into your purpose and your passion, everything that you fully believe in. And if you want to make all this money in the world, then you make all this money in the world. If you want to help all these people in the world, then you help all these people in the world. If you want to live, you know, in just a little tiny house, literal tiny house, and stack up all your money in the bank, then you do that, you know. But the point is create the space in your life and create the imagination and the things in your mind to be able to lead you to these things that you truly want, you know. Because if you think about these things, again, basing back to the thoughts or what's going to be, you know, come out into your reality. If you truly think about these things and you're taking the proper steps to create them into your life, naturally, these things have to come. They have to come. Okay. So now, the next thing is, and this is so important, and this is something that I'm still learning at this point too, and it's something that I'll probably always be learning, but take risks. Take risks. Calculate a risk, but take risks. Don't just jump off the ledge of without, you know, looking around and researching and don't be stupid about the things that you do or the risks that you take, but take risks. The only way that you're going to get ahead and the only way you're going to do more is if you step outside of what you're currently doing, which most of the time is going to be taking a risk in what is currently existing in your life right now. So to ruffle feathers and rumble things and kind of bounce things around a little bit is a risky thing. It could change a lot of things. It could make so many things shift in your life that could be detrimental, or if you're like myself and an optimist, it could be life-changing. If you take risks, you can change your life. If you don't, you stay in the same place. Period. No questions asked. You're going to stay in the same place, you know. So this next one is kind of, I got this from Bob Proctor actually, and this is like, he talks about, he's really in depth about, you know, obviously the law of attraction, but he goes into depth about your mind. You know, we have our conscious and our subconscious mind, you know, and our subconscious is what we're trained by growing up, what we see on TV, you know, what we read in the newspapers, what school teaches us, all that, you know what I mean? Like that's the subconscious, is like kind of, you know, the stuff that we're kind of trained upon, you know, and that's what we have to change. We have to change our paradigm. Changing that paradigm, like what we take in and then what we put out. You know, what you're taking in on a daily basis is what's going to essentially be what you see. What we, you know, what you see in yourself or what you see in this world is essentially is a reflection of us, as a reflection of yourself. Whatever you see is typically a reflection of you and where you're at in your life. You know what I mean? And that's hard to accept sometimes. You know, even right now, even I'm in a great place. I feel like I'm in a great place in my life, but there's certain things that bog me down, and there's certain things that hold me back, and there's certain things that I still work on myself personally on a daily basis, you know. So always change that thought process, change the way things tick up top, you know, to allow yourself to really kind of again, going back to imagination, allow yourself to be free and allow yourself to think freely, allow yourself to really to create the shifts in your mind that you really want. Your subconscious is a very powerful thing, and you can train that subconscious. I am a firm believer that you know, the average person only uses 10% of their brain. You know, I like to challenge myself when it comes to, you know, that other 90%. I want to know what that other 90% is like. I want to know what else I got in here. You know what I mean? So, you know, read a lot, everything, a lot of these, all these people, Dave too included, you know, all these people that I watched yesterday. And I need to do this more. I try to do it, you know, focus on, you know, enhancing this day by day. But all these people read so many books. All these people are reading and reading and reading and reading, and that allows that paradigm to change, you know, because you're reading these, you know, that's the easiest way to gain knowledge, you know, and the cheapest way to gain knowledge from some of the most successful people in the world. You can read their book, you know, and it's like $20, you know, rather than going to school and spending $20,000, you know. So like, just read, you know, read books, read books. I'm not saying don't go to school. That was kind of a bad analogy, but you know, my point is to create knowledge in your mind and the knowledge that you want to allow the paradigms to change. Okay. So now this one is this is the last one of my like top 10, I guess. And this is like probably the most important because we all do this to ourselves. Okay. So you have to conquer your own limitations. We all set these limitations on ourselves. We all set these certain boundaries. You know what I mean? And I don't know why. I don't know why that's kind of ingrained in us. It all, again, boils back to, you know, how we grow up and the things that we see and what we're taught. And but essentially, you know, you have to conquer these things. Everything that we want in life is on the other side of fear. All the things that we truly desire is when you're getting outside of that comfort zone and you're really challenging yourself on the things that make you a little off. Your balance feels a little off. You feel a little wobbly. Do things that make you feel off a little bit, that make your feathers ruffle, and adapt. You know, a good entrepreneur is going to adapt into any situation, into any business model that is going to be profitable or successful. If you do the right things and you adapt and you leverage, you know, everything works in its own way, you know, and everything, you kind of stepping outside of those comfort zones and those boxes that we naturally create for ourselves allows just room for doors to open and other things to happen in our lives that are not going to happen if we set these limitations on ourselves. Having a limited mindset is going to keep you stagnant and in the same place, no matter what, every single day of the week, 365 days of the year. You're not going to go anywhere. You have to break these barriers that we have in our lives. Even myself too. I have things in my life that, like, I can't, for some reason, and I'm not gonna say I can't, I was about to say that, but for some reason I haven't broken the barrier of getting myself back consistently in the gym. I'll get in there for a week, and then all of a sudden I'm like done for 3 weeks. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know why I do it. It's a mindset thing. So I'm no different than you guys. You know what I mean? We all have to focus on these things. We all have to focus on these things that are going to make us better, the best versions of ourselves. You know, to be the best version of yourself is the most important thing in the world. Okay, so into my bonus steps that I'm not going to really like touch really deep into, but these 5 bonus steps are super key too. So drop your ego. Your ego is a terrible thing. I do want to touch on this just a little bit. Ego is a terrible thing because when you're up, your ego is going to boost you like, yeah, good job, that way. It's going to try to keep you up. And when you're down, your ego is going to be like, oh, you ain't shit. What are you doing with yourself? What's going on? So it's not good. You know what I mean? That life is a roller coaster. So the ego is something that tries to kind of control things that cannot be controlled. So hold no attachments to things. Like when these great things happen in your life, celebrate these great things, love them, appreciate them, but let them go and let another great thing come, you know, and even if a bad thing comes, embrace those feelings too, because that's going to pass too. Evolution is inevitable. It's going to pass. Okay. So drop the ego. All right. Earn success. Success is not going to come to you just with fucking handouts and spoon-fed. We don't do that here at Legendary. We're gonna lock arms with you. We're gonna back you up. We're gonna give you the best knowledge, the best tools, the best care of everything we possibly can. But when we get done with these 15 steps, we're going to release the rope a little bit, and we're going to give you that freedom to take off on your own, knowing that you have us within a safety net backing you up. You know what I mean? So earn your success. Don't expect it to be handed to you. Earn it, okay? Next one is compete with yourself. No reason to be in competition with anybody else. Compete with yourself. When you compete with yourself, that's going to allow you to be the best version of you. There's no reason. There's so many people that can be your customer. There's no such thing as competition in this industry. There's really not. I don't believe that. I don't believe there's any competition here. So compete with yourself. Compete with yourself. Be the best version of you, okay? Seize opportunity. Even if you're not ready for opportunity, take advantage of it. Really focus on because you don't want to look back at things and be like, damn it, I wish I would have done that. If an opportunity presents itself, just jump in and figure it out on the way. I think it was Richard Branson that said that, like, if your opportunity presents itself, jump in and figure it out on the way. You know, that's super key, you know? And also, and this is key for everybody in this industry, is don't worry about what people think. If I worried about what people thought when I got into this, I would not be here doing a training for you guys tonight. I would not be in the place that I'm at if I worried about what people thought of me. I could give a damn about what people think about me. If people aren't backing me up, then keep it moving. You know what I mean? But if I have somebody that's in my corner that's backing me, then we lock arms and we get it. That's what we do here at Legendary. We lock arms and we get it, and we all eat together. You know, this is a team. This is a family, you know, so you go all in with yourself. You go all in with this, and you make yourself create exactly what you want in this. You know, it's not just about having the freedom of finances. It's about having the freedom to do and live the life of independence that you want, whatever that is. You know what I mean? If you're out here serving others and you're out here taking care of other people and you're leading with how can I help you and how can I serve you, naturally money comes. Naturally freedom comes. Naturally the beaches of the world come. You've got the best platform you could ever have here within Legendary. Ever. This is literally, and I've been in this industry and seen different platforms, behind the scenes, seen different platforms. This is the absolute best. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a coach here. I'm saying that because I believe in this. I believe in Dave. I believe in Legendary. I believe in our support. I believe in everybody from Larry to Andy to Anthony Rosala to Anna to Julie to everybody on behind the scenes. We believe in everybody, and that's why we're great at what we do, and we want you guys to be great as well. Always. Always, we want you guys to be great. So never hesitate to reach out to your coach, ever, ever, ever. We're definitely slam busy. We're out here trying to close deals for you guys left and right. Everybody's doing very well, and we love it when you guys reach out to us. But understand that your job and your mission is to get us leads. Just get leads here, and we're going to close deals for you guys. Okay. So don't worry about what anybody thinks of your actions or your moves or anything that you do. Do what you want to do. Hone in on your craft, focus on exactly what you want, and you go get it. Okay. So now I know I'm kind of touching, we've got about 15 minutes left, so we're okay. Now the exercise that I want to go into for you guys, this is really cool. This is something that I did a couple years ago, and I still do it, and I need to update it more often, but this is really cool. So I want you guys, and I want you guys to really focus on this too. This is like something that changed my entire life, like this exercise right here. And this was me, like, just kind of trying to paint the most vivid picture that I possibly could. Okay. So now I want you to write out your perfect day, whatever that day consists of, waking up in the morning, whatever time you want to wake up. You know what I mean? Paint the perfect picture of your perfect day. Write that down. Type it out. Actually, type it out. Okay, and be as vivid as you possibly can. All right. Paint this picture as pretty as you want it, exactly what you want it. Okay. I want you to paint your perfect month. Write that out, type it out, be as vivid as you possibly can. Do the same thing with your perfect year. So it'll be kind of like it could be like a quarterly thing for the year, you know what I mean? Or you could break it down month to month. I kind of broke it down kind of like month to month almost when I did mine, but just to break these things down to exactly, you know, like as descriptive as you can possibly be. You know, dream as far and as wide as you can. Set no limitations on this exercise. No limitations. It's kind of like almost like a vision board without the images. This is kind of enhancing, like I said, that we think in images. So this is meant for us to be able to read these things that we think to create them as imagery again. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's like a double take of it. You know what I mean? You think it, you put it out on paper, and you read it. Okay. So like when you print it out, you hang it up on your bedroom wall, you hang it up on your bathroom mirror. So when you wake up in the morning, you read these aloud. You pick whatever one you want to read, whether it be the day, pick it for the day or the month. What I did is I read what I want my perfect year. So I would read that. It was like a page long, you know, as descriptive as you can, but obviously, you know, you want to keep it short, sweet, and to the point, but again, painting the picture that you want. So you read this every morning when you wake up in the morning, and you read that every night before you go to sleep out loud, speaking it out loud, putting it into existence, planting the seeds into existence. Because if you plant the seeds and you water the seeds and you give the seeds enough sunlight and you give the seeds enough shade, they're going to grow. They're going to be the most beautiful fucking flowers you've ever had in your entire life if you just do the right things and plant the right seeds, you know? So this is a great activity that allowed me to really tap into those things that were that I really wanted. A lot of the things I was trying to find it. It's on my old laptop. I wanted to show you guys, but it's like a lot of the things, like almost probably like 90% of the things that I wrote down, I've done them all. You know what I mean? And I thought I wrote down a bunch of crazy stuff when I was writing them down. I didn't think in that time, I thought I was going to be able to do them, but it was like, I knew I was pushing the limitations. I was getting outside of my limitations. I was pushing my box. You know what I mean? I was getting outside. I was like crawling outside of my box, you know? So, so with that being said, you know, just read it, put it into existence every single day, plant those seeds and allow them to be watered. And I want you guys to share it within the Legendary Marketer Facebook group. Okay. If you want to, you don't have to, of course. If it's personal or private or whatever, you can keep it to yourself, but share it, because that again is going to place it into the existence within the group. Everybody here is a big family as well, as you guys know. So, so feed off of everybody. And I want to read them too. I want to read them, and I want to, you know, just take a look at them and just kind of vibe off of that as well too. I like to know what you guys are about. I like to know what you guys dream about and how we as coaches can help you reach these dreams. You know what I mean? So now with what I'm going to leave you with, this is like something that I put together. Okay. So your thoughts are what control your vibrations, which in return is what controls your results. Okay. So everything operates under frequency, and what you think is what you attract. So the world around you is simply just a reflection of yourself. All right. Now simply change your paradigm and watch the world around you, everything else shift naturally as well too. So change it up top and watch it change outside. All right. So I'm done, Julie. I think I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you guys took some value from this. I hope you guys wrote these things down and just kind of see them on a daily basis. Like, focus on these things. These things are very important. These things are what some of the best innovators of the world do. Okay. I want to be the best version of me. I want you to be the best version of you. I want you to be the best version of you. I appreciate and love all of you guys. Julie, thank you for having me on. Dave, thank you for having me on. Let's keep killing it, guys. Remember, go all into your life. Go all into everything that you're passionate about and live there. That's where you deserve to live. That's where you deserve to be. All right. One love, guys.
Thank you, Bill. Gosh, every time we have you on, we get such great feedback from you. People can really tell, like, you're really authentic when you communicate. I just want to give you some feedback. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see your Jimmy. Love it, Bill. It's going to be hard to go to sleep. So he's super pumped right now. So he's got the adrenaline going apparently, and he's not going to be able to sleep.
That's okay.
Julie, a bunch of notes. So yes, it's very helpful to focus on daily. Absolutely. Lee, of course, he says, you've got soul and passion. And we all know that. That's why you're a soul traveler. Yeah, we've got Andre was saying, hey, Natalie's on. Sarah Gregory was on. I mean, we had a lot of great people. Jeff and Diane, hello. Hope it's both of you on tonight. They said it was awesome as always. So, thank you for sharing. I know when we first started off, I said the number one thing that can really make or break your business, and it really is. It really comes down to your mindset.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to make those changes and put yourself in the right mindset, you can really hurt yourself. It doesn't matter how much you learn, whether you know how to do Facebook ads or, YouTube marketing or whatever it is. If you don't have the right mindset, all that stuff can fall away. And you can destroy everything that you're trying to build if you can't have your mind in the right place. So that's why, we really wanted Bill to focus on this and talk about it tonight, because it's something we know he's really super passionate about, and he's got his mind in the right place. Let me tell you, one guy who we know his head is in the right direction, he focuses on it and he preaches about it. If you follow Bill, you know that his mindset is on point. So that's why we wanted him to come on and we kind of said, hey, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to go over? What kind of value do we want to give? And I think the recurring thing we kept talking about was mindset. Mindset is huge. So I don't want to sit here, blab on anymore about, mindset. I think Bill did enough of that tonight. I know Bill gave you some great, tips to follow. And if you guys want those tips, I'm going to say this, reach out to Bill, and I'm sure he'll be able to provide you with those 10, or maybe we can post them in the group for everybody.
For sure.
Let's do that.
I'll tell the group here, if people are watching this live, if you guys want the list of what I put together tonight, just reach out to me. I'll give it to you guys. Also, I will go through all the comments throughout as well too, and respond to you guys. And if you guys have any questions about anything at all, then reach out to me, reach out to any of us. We're here. This is what, this is what we do. We love you guys and we appreciate all of you guys. I want all of you to know that too. We really, really, truly deep down appreciate you guys. And if it weren't for you out here hustling and doing the things that you guys do and working as hard as you work, then, we wouldn't be here to be able to provide these things for you. So thank you for the things that you do. And we're always going to be doing everything in our power to give you the greatest life that you could ever possibly dream of.
Absolutely. Okay, so everybody, I hope you have a great night. And for those of you that were on this morning, we had a wake-up call. So we had the Wake Up Legendary call this morning with Larry Beecham. So we will have another one tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So look for those details in the Facebook group or in your email. So make sure you guys hop on that. It's about 15 minutes long, and it really makes sure you guys are in the right mindset for the day. So we talk about mindset today. Hop on that call tomorrow morning and see what Larry has to say. Good night, everybody.
Night, guys.